Starting a Minecraft world in the right way is really important. So I thought with the recent hype in Golden Age Minecraft, I'd release a video showing how you can have the perfect start in beta 1.7.3. Like with any Minecraft world, when you spawn in, the first step is to punch down a tree. Now it doesn't matter how tall the tree is that you punch down, as long as you obtain at least 4 logs. That way you can craft a crafting table, 8 sticks, and a starter set of wooden tools. Now you're going to craft all the tools except for a hoe, so a pickaxe, shovel, sword, and axe. A lot of people would say that you should only really craft a wooden pickaxe and then use that to mine stone and get stone tools straight away. However, I think that these wooden tools provide a great entryway into your world, especially in these earlier versions, and they provide the progression that you need in order to get to the point where you have a stable base by the end of the first night. Once you have crafted your first set of wooden tools, you're then going to want to use your wooden axe to cut down as many trees as possible until your axe is just about to break or it breaks. The reason for this is that will give you plenty of logs to last a few days to create more tools early on, potentially decorate your base, and allow you to have the freedom to convert logs into charcoal if you need it when you go mining. Whilst you're chopping down trees, it's also important that you do a few things. Firstly, you'll want to collect any saplings you see lying on the ground to use as an early game tree farm. You'll also want to punch tall grass in order to collect seeds, which you can use for early game food. During this time, you might get lucky and find some mushrooms, so make sure to pick those up too. Once your axe is about to break, it's time to switch over to your wooden sword. You're going to use this to kill animals as you explore the area around spawn. You'll want to kill pigs, chickens and cows, but don't kill any sheep as that wastes the durability on the sword, and we need the items from the cows, pigs and chickens for reasons that we'll go into later. The only exception is the brown sheep, as their wool is rare, so if you see one of those, feel free to slay it. Whilst you are going about killing animals, you should be on the lookout to find any gravel. That is so that you can use your shovel to mine flint, so that you can use the flint to turn it into arrows, combining the flint with the feathers. However, I didn't find any gravel, and it was slowly becoming night, so I decided to find a good place to set up an early game mineshaft. To set up an early game mineshaft, you're going to want to dig a 3x3 hole into the side of a cliff or a hill. This way, you are going to get a load of materials which you can use to help build some buildings early on in your world. Finally, I can turn to my wooden pickaxe to mine away some of the stone to go further into the mineshaft. I can then craft a door and cover up the entrance so that no baddies will come in at night. Using some saplings that I've collected, I can now start to smelt some of the logs into charcoal. I'll only need 2 pieces. You should have 1 stick remaining, which you can use to craft 4 torches, and the other charcoal you can use to create 8 more pieces of charcoal. If you have somehow found coal by this stage, then you might think that you can skip this step. However, you don't want to spend your whole day mining coal. You'd rather use that in the ways that I've already shown you. So instead, it's better to create charcoal, and if you do find coal, maybe only mine 2 or 3 pieces. You won't need that much. As you can see, I was quite lucky in stumbling across gravel as I was digging into this hillside. That's very useful because usually I find gravel before this stage, so I was quite happy when I saw this. During the night, it's time to get busy clearing some space for the mineshaft. I like to dig a 5x3 hole stretching 7 blocks deep. Using some of your obtained stone, you can now use this to craft further tools that are stronger and will last longer. This is how I like to set up my mineshafts. I like to have logs on either side with enough space for smelting and chest storage. I like to split the storage into 3 chests, 1 for blocks, one for plant materials, and one for things to be smelted. This is enough space for me to have early game resources before I can move them into a bigger storage facility that I'll make later on. Hopefully you would have killed enough cows during the day to be able to create some leather armour. I was quite fortunate in obtaining 13 pieces of leather so I could make both a chest plate and a helmet. Once everything is organised, it's then time to create some more tools, craft some torches, cook some food, and get prepared to head into the mines. You may also have some flint and feathers which you can use to create arrows. Obviously we can't use these yet because we don't have a bow. However, we're preparing so that in the morning we can kill some spiders. With it still being night, it's time to begin the mine. The way I like to do this is create a 2x3 hole and then go in single file all the way down to the depths of the earth. Every fourth step down, I will place a torch above my head like so. This is so that the torches are evenly spaced out and allow for plenty of light whilst I'm going mining. Hopefully you'll be as lucky as me and find some iron quite early on. It can be quite tempting to turn your early game iron into upgrades for tools or armour. This is a bit of a waste in my opinion, as stone tools work perfectly fine at this stage of the game. It's better to save your iron and use it to make a pair of shears and a bucket, which are much more important tools early on in the game. Don't get too carried away in the mines, as you might miss the start of a new day, which you can easily take advantage of and which we're going to do now. When you leave your base at the start of a new day, it's important that you leave it as fast as you can and walk in the complete opposite direction, as there's probably going to be creepers waiting for you to pounce on you, and as you can see, there are loads of creepers waiting for me. This is where killing all those cows is going to come in handy, because that extra bit of protection is going to help a lot if a creeper decides to blow up in your face. Although the creepers can be a bit of a put-off, it's really important that we exit our base early in order to take advantage of the other mobs that are about. For one, spiders will drop string so we can obtain an early game bow, and two, there's plenty of loot around from burned up zombies and skeletons. I'll also take this time to kill any pigs or cows to obtain more food and leather. And please don't forget to fill in your creeper holes. We need to keep our world as beautiful as possible, and the landscape doesn't deserve it. And with a few finishing touches, we now have a lovely early game mineshaft, which we can use to obtain lots of resources, and it will also protect us from the dangers of the outside world. We can even use these bones that we've found to tame a dog. We haven't had to kill a single skeleton. Easy. So there you have it. For me, this is a great way to start your Minecraft world in beta 1.7.3. It allows you to explore, provides good progression, and also keeps everything looking good and organised. So I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please share this with your friends and let me know what you think you could do to improve the best start to Minecraft beta in the comments below. So thank you so much for watching.